Hey, it's Caden Brown with the Pats, and you're listening to Pats Cast with Chris and Kevin.
Fawcett, stick handling through, across to Maddox. Schultz with the extra attacker. Schultz, a pass in front, one-timer, scores! Lansard with his 20th of the season. Mathis Paul, and he's just able to get it down low, delayed penalty. Pass up top, Deschamps, drops in, shoots, scores! It's Deschamps with his second of the season against the Hurricanes, his third overall. Dual cross-ice pass, and what a stop by Schlenker! My goodness, for the seat of his pants!
Well, you knew he was going to come back with a big one, Dante, after that first goal, and that was pure robbery.
Yes, it was. Brown for Schultz, busting in, he'll shoot, scores! What a goal from Maddox Schultz!
Maddox Schultz is his own player, but man, oh man, that was shades of a Connor Bedard release right there.
Oh, yeah.
Just blasted past the glove of Lee Fulton with a laser beam of a wrist shot.
In below the goal line, it's taken away by Adair. Clausen gets it back, tied up, Karimov busting in, shot, rebound, score! As Clausen pounces on the rebound with a good net drive by the Russian Ruslan Karimov. McNutt gets the rebound in the corner. Out of the penalty box comes Petruk. McNutt to Paul, score! This line keeps doing it all. Mathis Paul with his second point of the night. Now through center over the line, Caden Brown. He'll fire, kick save, rebound, score! Second of the night for Cohen Clausen. Clausen chips it off the boards. Lansard over the line, left wing side, he shoots, score! Zach Lansard of his 21st of the season, goals in back-to-back games for him. Brought out to center by Hamilton, pushed over to Moore, over the line, right side, he shoots, scores! Reese Hamilton on the right wing side. Leads it along the boards for Zach Moore. Down low pass. Karimov. He scores! From behind the net, Ruslan Karimov! Blake Bannock down low. Around the net. Centering pass. Vigny robbed by Marek Schlenker. How did he stop that one? He was wide open. Fawcett who tips it forward. Maddox Schultz in. Left side. He shoots. Scores! What a shot by Maddox Schultz! Alder Hamilton walks into the slot for Calgary. Backhand pass, rebound, what a stop by Schlenker. Lifts the left pad.
Welcome to Pats Cast, the unofficial Regina Pats podcast. It's March 8th. It's episode 232. How are we doing tonight, Kevin?
Could be better, could be worse. Disappointed about today's game. But overall, I think it was an okay week, other than the first game. That was one I just want to scrub from my memory hole. But
yeah,
they're getting closer. They're pushing hard. Hopefully they can seal the deal pretty quick and then relax the last couple of games of the season or whatever, just to rest some players. That's my hope.
Yeah. If you said 3 points out of this week, you take it, right?
Oh yeah.
But after watching that Calgary game, you're like, oh, it left a little bad taste in your mouth, right? Like
yeah. In more ways than one.
Yeah, there's a few factors in that game that were really ugh. But yeah, anyways, before we get into the games, got some alumni news to talk about. Jordan Eberle just re-signed with the Kraken. 2-year deal, $9 million. So he's sticking around as the captain.
11 mil.
11 mil. Okay.
5.5 for the next 2 years. He was going to be a unrestricted free agent in the offseason. So congratulations to the Kraken captain, former Pat. A couple more years in Seattle.
Yeah, in the senior Pats team there. I haven't watched much NHL at all, so I don't even know how well they're doing.
I pretty much follow the Blackhawks and the Flyers, so I don't really see too much other hockey other than the Pats and the Western League and stuff. So
I follow the Blackhawks and Avalanche on Twitter, and that's about it. I don't really have time to sit down and watch. If I'm not doing anything and I see that the game's on, I'll throw it on, but I don't go looking for the games even. We watch so much hockey. It's nice to get away from hockey sometimes and watch something else. But
yes, I agree.
But yeah, I don't think there's much else off the ice.
The Kraken are in the second wild card in the West.
Okay, there we go. So looking at playoffs.
One surprise though is that the Buffalo Sabres are leading the Atlantic.
Well, there you. I saw that they're on a big heater. They're like 25-3 or something in the last whatever.
They're
games.
8-1-1 in our last 10.
Yeah.
But they've won 7 in a row. They're 28-3 at home.
28-3 at home.
Buffalo's actually
good.
got a real chance. Like they're 39-19-6. They're 2 points up on Tampa. So
yeah, they've been in the basement for a while there, and
they might be playoff bound, which is mind blowing. But enough NHL talk. Let's get back to this this first game of the week.
We'll start off with that one. I mean, it was Medicine Hat. We knew it was going to be tough. But takeaways from that game, like the first 30 minutes were good. I mean,
good-ish.
I mean, okay, yes, you're down. Whatever at the mid mark, you're down 5-1,
3-0 after the first. But
like
they had a lot of opportunities. They just couldn't.
Yes,
if they could have potted a couple, it would have been I think a more respectable score.
Yes,
I'm not saying they would have won or anything like that.
No.
I don't have the rose-colored glasses on.
No,
but
be realistic.
It wouldn't have been 11-2. Like the whole weight of the game just totally changed once they got that sixth goal. Was it the sixth goal?
Yeah, 6, and then 7-8 were late in the second there.
Yeah. The sixth goal it seemed to be the really deflating goal, and then
yeah. And like
then
you said, there was right off the hop, there was grade A scoring chances, not just
fantastic ones.
Yeah, like I can't remember who all had good chances, but Fawcett had
Eglin,
really good
Schultz, they both had legit breakaway chances.
Right. If you get one or two of those, like it maybe just changes the feel of the game or something. Not the outcome or whatever, right? But
the Pats they probably wouldn't have like folded up their tents in the third period kind of thing.
Yeah. And that's the thing with Medicine Hat. Guys made one tiny little mistake, and in any other game that you can get away with it, but not in this game, right? Like
no.
You let Bryce Pickford walk in and he buries it because he's got 40 goals as a defenseman.
Bryce Pickford.
You can't turn your back on the guy, and any other defenseman in the league, you probably get away with it, right? But no.
Well, when their fourth line center has 19 goals in the season, you can't make many mistakes.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was just disappointing that way because like they didn't play terrible in that like I said, the first 30 minutes plus. And anyway, you knew it was most likely going to be a loss.
I was hoping it wasn't going to be like that though. I was hoping like if they were going to lose, have a respectable
7-2,
6-7, but not 11, double digits. I was,
I know. And I mean,
we pretty much we checked out after the seventh goal. We were just kind of messing around. They scored again.
The tough one was like the last goal with a second to go off Tabby's glove. Like, and I mean, that's the only one I think that was really on him. Like the rest were, like
the no chance. It was
no.
Medicine's good. Give them credit. They're good.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have a better record this year without Gavin McKenna, without Ryder Ritchie. Now the Central is weaker this year as compared to last year, but Medicine Hat is still good. Like, so. But yeah, like we said, we knew that was going to be an ugly game ish, and
I didn't expect it to be 11 though.
That ugly, yeah. It's unfortunate, but hey, they had. I thought they played better in that game in the first half, anyways, than say the Penticton game, right? Like,
that game was just that was a wash, 100% wash.
That was a bad one, but so you come out of that Penticton game and then you come back and beat PG, so. You just they were able to watch that game, and same with this one. You got a game with Lethbridge, and it's a game that the team circled on the calendar. Like, you got to win this game, right?
This is a must win.
Yes, exactly.
And
it wasn't pretty, but
definitely wasn't pretty. But
it was 2 points.
2
That's
points.
all that matters. Yeah, 100%. So, but like this game here, Deschamps scores another one. Another
sniper.
I know. This one did go off a stick. This one did go off somebody's stick.
Whatever. A goal's a goal.
Yeah, I know, right? And a big one, right? That one against Saskatoon as a huge goal to tie the game 2-2 after a pretty bad period for the Pats.
Yep.
And this one opens the scoring.
Yeah. got the team going a little bit. I think.
Yeah, 2 minutes in, right? So that's a huge goal. Anytime you can score 2 minutes into a game, that's great, right? So,
Oh yeah,
yeah, and then but you got to credit Lethbridge. They hung around. The Pats just couldn't shake them, right? Like you look at the score sheet, it's just Pats, Lethbridge, Pats, Lethbridge, Pats. They're just back and forth, right? It's just the Pats. You get a 3-1 lead, but then they come back, but then the Pats respond. So it was kind of a bit of a river hockey game. There was some odd man rushes, quite a few back and forth, and I think that's the coaching staff probably wasn't too happy about this game that way. It was pretty loose.
Well, I guarantee they weren't.
Yeah,
because it was like you said, it was river hockey. Like there was lots of times where there was very little defense both ways. So it's like
there's one defensive play I want to point out. It was on the Klassen goal, 3-1 goal. Later in the second, Karimov made a great back check and took the puck off the guy's stick, and then it ended up not right away, but it ended up going back into Lethbridge's zone, and then the Klassen ended up scoring off a Karimov play that he drove to the net, and Klassen picked up a rebound. But man, that guy, I mentioned before, I've really liked him, but man, Euros, they get that stigma, right? Oh, they don't back check, they don't play hard, right? And especially being a skill guy, right? But man, he's really come along this back half of the season here. I've really liked it.
Yeah, same here. And hopefully he's back next year as a 19.
Yeah, I don't, you never know, but
you never know.
I don't think that, see what happens, but.
If we could only clone him a couple times, get a couple clones of him or similar players to him.
A couple more physical guys, right? Yeah.
Bigger-ish guys, physical guys, not afraid to play both ends of the ice. Like imports usually have the stigma of not being defensive guys.
Or physical, right?
Or physical. He's doing a little bit of both.
Yeah. He likes the physical play.
Seems like it, yeah. He likes to be in the corners and stuff. So
yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, so then, you look at, Paul picks another goal. He's kind of starting to really, I don't want to say be more consistent, but, just chipping in more on that fourth line, right? Klassen gets a couple, Lansard with another one, Schultz with another beauty.
Again, yep.
Yeah. Like that one coming down the right wing, so he's, on his off wing. That's a tough shot to go far side.
Oh, yeah.
And Dante says it is Bedard-esque goal, right? Like you don't want to compare the two, but
just how he shot the puck, it's similar.
Yeah, it looked very similar. Yeah,
he didn't really wind or anything. He just kind of, I don't know, he just flicked it. If you want to, I don't know how to really say it, but it's like there was like no effort to that shot, and it was a beauty.
Yeah, but yeah, and then he had another one tonight against Calgary. Not to jump ahead to that one, but that was another nice goal as well.
Kid's good. Good.
Yeah, and obviously with him playing a lot lately, he's really getting into it here.
Well, Dante did mention on the radio or on the broadcast that he'd basically been with the Pats for the last 6-7 weeks. So he's been practicing and just like he's part of the Pats and goes plays for the C's and then comes back basically.
Yeah, he's just kind of parachuting in for some C's games, right? So
yeah.
And then anything else you got from this Lethbridge game? What else you got? It
was 2 points they needed and they got it.
Yeah, it was kind of huge, right? And just to bounce back from that Medicine game, right? All right, now let's move on to this Calgary game here
to close out the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, it was such a promising first 50 minutes.
55 minutes even. I'll give them the first goal.
Sure. 54 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of, the wheels came off.
You saw that
something
second.
Happened.
Yeah. You saw that second goal coming, the Ethan Moore goal coming. Calgary was all over him. And and McNutt loses his stick and he just can't tap Moore. And it's just unfortunate.
And then Vanek gets wide open.
Coverage bust.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was an ugly play. You're up 3-2 with 2 minutes to go and you let that happen. Unfortunately that cannot happen. But it does happen, right? Guys make a mistake.
Oh, yeah,
something happens and it's
junior
unfortunate.
Hockey.
Yep, for sure. but yeah, like they played so well. Like I mean, they didn't dominate the game. It was an entertaining game. It was back and forth.
It was
Um,
fast. Like
hmm
the game, like the first period was fast. There was like 9 shots combined between the two teams. It was like, oh, the final shots after the first period is 5-4. I was like, what?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. But then the second period was 11-13
Yeah.
for Calgary. And then it was 9-8 Calgary in the third. So it was just back and forth, right? And yeah, so um yeah, just like the first goal is on the power play and it goes off Bridgman's skate, right? Like
Yeah,
just an
exactly. Just
unlucky
like,
bounce, right?
yeah.
And then yeah, and then kind of after that Calgary started to pick up some momentum. Obviously they get one right after being going 50 minutes without a goal,
Yeah.
and then it just the wheels fell off, and I was a
Yeah.
little behind on this, and you sent me a message and I was like, oh no, that's not good. I'm just like, hopefully they don't lose in regulation. Like I was thinking,
Oh,
like
that
I knew
when
something
they
was
tied it
coming.
up, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, there's still a minute 45 and Calgary had some chances late.
Oh,
Like it
they had
was
the puck.
all over the Regina end,
It
and
was I was if I had fingernails to bite, I would have been biting them. I tried, but they're pretty short, so
Um, but yeah, but to at least get it to overtime and get a point,
yeah.
it's just just squeak out a point there in that game. Unfortunately, after playing so well, they
Yeah.
get a point. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
Um,
points at this point in the season are
Absolutely
important, but
critical.
man, that extra point would have been huge. But
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
at
whatever.
least it's a point.
Yeah, disappointed in this game, but man, yeah, it was some interesting things in this game. Julian Mays, I mean, he was all over the game. Um,
Drawing
taking penalty,
penalties, taking
drawing,
penalties,
yeah,
scoring
scoring
the winning
goal.
goal.
Yeah, it was a nice backdoor goal. His stick didn't get tied up either, and
Yeah,
and makes us makes the only shot on net in the overtime, and they score. Calgary kind of had it. Pats didn't really even have the puck in overtime.
no.
Like I don't think.
Well, look at the
Um,
faceoffs, 33-18. I don't know if those numbers are 100% accurate. It's Calgary, so it probably is. But man, they had the puck right off the faceoff pretty much every play. It was wild.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, but yeah, old nemesis. So Julian Mays. So, but yeah, he was. There's some interesting calls in that game. Like, yeah, I know Hamilton took a penalty on him, and Hamilton was pretty frustrated.
Oh yeah,
But it is what it is. Got to battle through that and can't retaliate. Right?
exactly.
They always take the retaliation always.
Yeah,
So, but
for
yeah.
sure, for sure.
What else you got from this game? I don't think I have much else. It's just they played so well, and it's just unfortunate that
They said the attendance was 60, 64, 65. Like I don't know, like the whole bottom bowl
it
from
was
the
almost
camera angle,
full.
it looked like it was pretty close to being full. They must have had like a kids day or something because there was a ton of kids. You can hear the kids. You could hear
Okay,
the kids in Dante's mic
I
because
didn't
Dante
notice it
had his
that
mic
much, but
cranked.
yeah,
You could hear the kids, but man, it was nice to see a lot of people in there. Like this, I don't know how big the bottom bowl actually is, but it looked pretty good. Again,
yeah, it definitely did. Yeah, like in the corners is a little less full, but like in the middle, it was like full. Like
yeah,
I was. You mentioned it to me, and I didn't even notice. Like you're watching the game, you're like, look at the crowd; it's pretty full there. And then I actually clued in and paid attention. I was like, oh
yeah.
yeah, it actually is.
Yeah,
So
there wasn't a bunch of empty seats. Like a lot of
no,
times we watch games everywhere and there's seats
yeah, for
everywhere.
sure. Yeah, especially in Calgary, right? Like I mean, they don't open the upper deck,
Yeah, but
but
the lower
but
bowl, like it
it's
looked,
it's it's full. Like that's a big rink, obviously, right? So
yeah. And back to the Pats game on against Lethbridge. I don't know what the actual bums and seats was, but they said it was 3,600. But it looked full. It was loud.
okay,
Like you,
yeah. I mentioned to you the last or whatever the end zone.
yeah.
It was right full. Like literally, the
The whole
whole
section was
section
full.
was full. Yeah. So like we've had some lighter crowds in the last few games, and that definitely was better on.
Yeah, it was nice and loud. I'm sure the players enjoy the noise.
Yeah, for
Actually,
sure.
see some bums in the seats, but yeah,
Yeah. Other than that, yeah. So kind of like talk about these standings. yeah, they're the Pats are looking better. Like it's still good. Unfortunately, on Friday when the Pats uh they did win on Friday, but then on Saturday both Red Deer and Moose Jaw won.
Yes.
Red Deer pulls out a game in PA. Oh man, they were
I watched the
down.
end of that game.
You
Oh,
watched it? Okay, I was just following the score. I didn't actually turn it on.
good on Red Deer for getting that game though. Oh man, good on Red Deer for that game.
I know they go into PA and beat them, right? Like
In PA, like
I
that's their
know.
10th regulation loss of the season. Like, oh man, good.
Yeah.
Like I said, good on Red Deer. They traded away a bunch of their older scoring guys. They got these kids playing.
And they're
Kuzma's getting assists and goals here and there. Temple's
yeah.
setting up I think they set up the game winning goal. Still has one goal in the season, which is shocking to me.
Yeah, that's wild.
But he got I think he set up the
Yeah.
game
The
tying goal
game
to
winner. No, the
the game
winner.
winning goal.
Yeah. Kuzma was in on the game tying goal.
Okay, yeah. I could one of them was on one was the other one. So
Yeah. And Kuzma scored the game winner of their previous game, I think, that they'd won.
yeah. Yeah, he did.
So yeah. But yeah, so you're thinking, okay, the Pats are off. Red Deer should lose in PA. Medicine Hat was playing Lethbridge. So you're like, oh, that's a toss up, right? So but both teams win. So
Yeah.
couldn't pick up any ground there, unfortunately, after you win on Friday. But you pick up a point here today on Sunday against Calgary. So we said before was we were going games. Now we're breaking it down to points because it's 5 points now because the Pats picked up one. So any
Yeah.
combination of Pats points gained or Moose Jaw points lost is 5. So
Yeah.
so then we were looking at it. It could come down to the Moose Jaw Regina game on Sunday. Like because you look
That
at the
could be the playoff game for the Pats or the clinch a playoff spot or
clinch game, yeah. So Regina's got Medicine Hat on Tuesday and Lethbridge on Wednesday, and then PA Friday, and then Moose Jaw Sunday. Like we've got the heavy schedule, right? So
yeah.
there's 4 games there this week. Moose Jaw only has, well, I guess they have 3. They have Swift Current. They're at Swift Current Wednesday, at Swift Current, at PA Friday, and then Regina on Sunday. So any combination of 5 points in those those games, and we're in. So
Yeah, for sure.
Red Deer, then you're looking at Red Deer because you're looking at the standings, and it's like, okay, you're gonna finish 7th or 8th, right? So are you getting PA or getting Medicine Hat? You don't know yet because they're 2 points apart. So
Yeah.
I mean, the Pats have done better against PA, so kind of hoping for PA. Not that it's going to give the Pats any much more of a better chance, but
Yeah, exactly.
it's going to be bad either way. But yeah, Red Deer, you look at Red Deer's schedule, they're got Wenatchee, Brandon, Calgary at home, then they're at Lethbridge, and then a home and home with Medicine Hat to finish it out. So yeah, both teams have tough schedules. I mean, Moose Jaw is a little lighter with PA and only 1 PA game and then 3 Swift Current games, but
But
you're not gonna,
Swifty, hopefully they can play some spoiler, get a couple W's or at least one W.
yeah, I know
That'd be
Moose Jaw,
nice.
Swift Current. Yeah, they're not. Not one team's gonna sweep those 3, right? So you wouldn't think so.
You never know. This is the end of the season. You never know.
Yeah, right. I mean, Swift Current just lost to Brandon 5-3. Like they put up a
Yeah,
good
they
fight
played
there.
well against Brandon. So
They are on a 0-7-1-4 losing streak, but still 5 points in those 12 games. Not terrible, but
Yeah,
unfortunately
for sure.
they haven't won a game in regulation, or won a game anyways, in those last 12. But yeah, they're still kicking around, right? They're putting up a fight. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I don't have much else to say this week.
that's about it. Yeah, our schedule it's gonna be interesting. These what 4 games in 6 days?
Yeah,
Why am
Tuesday,
I?
Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So
Yeah.
all you got is you got Thursday, Saturday off. So
Yeah, so it's not terrible.
yeah, I
But
know Medicine Hat first, and then Lethbridge on right after. It's unfortunate, like you said before. Too bad that Lethbridge game wasn't first or second, and you're gonna come off a tough game against Medicine Hat, and then you just gotta whatever happens there, you just gotta move on and really focus on the Lethbridge game. So one thing about this road trip is Schultz is on the road trip now. Yep. As soon as I heard that you mentioned it, Schultz is playing today, I said, oh really? And I thought to myself, I bet you he doesn't play on Tuesday because he's not going
to be playing Tuesday. That's pretty much a guarantee.
Yeah, so he's not playing Tuesday. They're saving him for Wednesday. He's only got a few games left to play. So yeah, you got to go out for Wednesday and get your 2 points on Wednesday.
Exactly. So, gotta do that.
I don't want to say it's a guaranteed loss on Tuesday, but it's going to be a real tough ass to get a point. 2 off Medicine Hat.
It can't be 11-2.
No,
just make it respectable
and just move on.
Make it respectable. Don't get anybody hurt. Yeah.
With that, we should move on to this interview. So we got the other 20-year-old, Caden Brown. Chatted with him about his WHL career and such, like we did Ephraim last week. So I thought it went pretty good.
It went pretty good, yeah, for sure. He was a little bit shorter with some of his answers.
Yeah, not as outgoing as Ephraim was, but
not quite. No, but we forgot to ask him about a 6-point game.
I know.
I thought of that this morning. I'm like, we should have asked him about that. Like, what?
I know.
That's
not many guys have 6-point games, and it's always every time we do an interview, we're like a day or two after, like something comes up. We're like, how did we forget this? Or we should ask this, right? Like,
exactly.
Of course, that would have been a good talking point, right? Like Connor Bedard didn't even have a 6-point game in the WHL, right? So but yeah, no, it's unfortunate, but we run through a few things and a few different questions from McNutt, and yeah. All right, we're pleased to welcome back Caden Brown. Welcome, Caden.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, nice win tonight. Must feel good getting closer to the playoff push going, and must feel good.
Yeah, I mean that's a big one. That's a game that we need to have, and there was times during it that we weren't playing our best, but I mean that kind of differentiates the good teams from the bad teams when you can squeak out wins and you're not playing your best. So it was a good one tonight.
And you're able to bounce back after Medicine Hat. It was going to be a tough game, and it ended up being a tough game. But, that's twice now. You had a tough one against Penticton, but you bounced back on a huge win over Prince George, right? So how is it, or how does it feel to be able to just, get away from that loss and just move on to another good game?
Yeah, I think that, when you don't want those games to happen, it's ugly, it's embarrassing, but when they do, I think that sitting there dwelling on it and going over it over and over and over again, that doesn't help you. So I think for us it was just moving past it, realizing they're a good team, and we get them again next Tuesday, I believe. So I think we'll be pretty excited for that one to show better this time.
Turn the page on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that kind of maybe the difference from last year? You guys were able to bounce back after a tough loss and find some success. Obviously last year was a tougher year, but how was it kind of different from last year?
Yeah, there's more belief. The reason that game hurt so much is because we believed we could go in there and show way better, maybe even win that game. We beat good teams, and that's the difference between this year and last year. Is we believe in ourselves, we believe in each other, and that's why we're having so much success lately. Yeah,
I honestly thought you guys played a pretty decent 30 minutes, and unfortunately you were down. It was like 5-1, but I mean you guys had chances and just couldn't bury it. And you make one little mistake and it's in the back of your net.
Yeah.
Those guys are unreal. But
so rewinding it again back to last year, how tough was it with all the player changes and the roster moves, and how difficult was that? You coming in and then everything changing as it went. How was that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It sucked. It sucked for players, coaches, management, everyone. I mean, you get close with guys, and then they leave, and then new ones come in, and then more leave, and obviously the losing we were doing wasn't helping with that either. So it was a really tough year for everyone. I think that was important. It's a big reason why it was so important to have such a big summer for everyone, the coaches included, and. I think everyone should be really proud about how far we've come, and this team's got a really bright future. It's not only future this year as well.
It's been fun to watch.
Yeah.
The team is obviously pretty exciting to watch, we think. So in the offseason, you were named an alternate captain. Has that kind of changed not your game, but your maybe personality too in the room or anything? I know you were an older guy last year,
But has anything changed wearing an A now?
I mean, I'd like to think not. I think I got the letter for a reason, and I didn't want to change what I was doing to get that. I think I'm not the most vocal guy. If I need to say something, I will. But I think I'm a pretty good leader in the room with the younger guys and kind of helping them out and leader by example. So for me, it was just kind of continuing doing what I was doing and not let that affect me.
And this season was a little more normal without all the roster moves. How was that? How was the first half with little movement? Like it must have felt good for the players to know that you were okay and the team was doing well, other than the U.S. trip, of course. But how was it knowing you were going to have the same guys in the locker room pretty much day after day?
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, you never can be comfortable in the sport. You always want more, or you always need to be wanting more and out of yourselves and your teammates and everything. But a little bit of comfort within the room was nice, and I think the team's just so much closer this year as well. Being able to spend time around the same guys for extended periods of time. Obviously, there's a few moves here and there. That's every team every year. So.
But nothing like last year.
Yeah, no. I don't think that'll ever happen again. But it's been better for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how many teams have ever made that many moves in a year like that. That was wild, but
in 6 months, 6 months.
Yeah, in a season, right?
Felt like every couple days something happened. And I was only here for half of it.
Yeah. So come trade deadline, Dale doesn't make any moves. You know, he mentioned that he was looking to make moves, but nothing happened. So he said he had faith in this group, and how did that make you guys feel?
Yeah, I think him sticking with this group and coming out and saying that the reason he did it is because he believes in us was kind of gave us a bit of a confidence boost that he felt that the team in the room was good enough to take us to the playoffs, and we didn't need someone to come in and kind of take us there. So, I think it was definitely a confidence boost for everyone, and I think we've played really well since the deadline.
That's true.
Yeah.
Especially February.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to you to be actually back in the playoff push after last season's train wreck at the end?
Yeah,
how does it feel to be in the push?
It's exciting. It's the most fun time of year. I feel bad for all the guys in that room that have never been there. I mean, I don't know the exact number, but I think I've played around 25 playoff games, and it's not even comparable. Like, we say, like, in the room, we're saying we're playing playoff games right now, which we are, but when you actually get there, it's pretty fun. So I'm excited to hopefully, we're going to keep this going and get there, and I think that we're going to show well.
We're excited too.
Yeah.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah.
The skills competition, kind of something different.
Yeah.
It's loose. What did you think of that? The team bringing that back?
I think it was awesome. I had a lot of fun. I can't speak for everyone. I don't know. I think everyone had lots of fun, but it was cool to kind of go out there and try some stuff you wouldn't normally try and have a couple laughs and also like a little bit of competition too. So I don't know. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
So did we.
Yeah. No, it was good.
Unfortunately, not enough people watched it.
Yeah, that's too bad, but
missed out.
Once they get rolling with it, I think next couple of years that people get into it. I think so. Here's kind of a random question for an older guy. It seems like when you guys play interconference games, the other conference, like, it always seems it's really gets the animosities there. You know, we've seen some Moose Jaw games here. There's not much. Why is that? Kind of just you only play a team once, so you kind of stuff happens. I don't know why, but you know, Moose Jaw Regina used to be the heated rivalry, and now it's not as much. Why do you think that?
I mean, I don't know. I just think the game in general is kind of a little different than it used to be, which I think is a big part of it. But I'm not too sure. Yeah. I definitely feel though, like you said, it's
when you go to the other conference, there's a little more spice to it, right?
Yeah, I played in PG and Everett. I think PG when I was 16, we led the league in fights and stuff. So a little bit different for sure.
Yeah. So how fast has these 5 years gone for you?
Real fast. I mean, everyone tells you it's going to go by fast, and they're not lying to you.
So walking into that first camp, you know, in PG, what were you thinking then, or what can you, or maybe what's something you tell yourself then now? Tell yourself walking into that first camp?
I would say that I probably wasn't as ready as I thought I was at the time.
Yeah.
And I realize that now, and I think I've come a long way, and I think I've showed well this year and even last year in this league, and my 18-year-old year is kind of a write-off due to some injuries. But at 16, I went in as a high draft pick and kind of thought that it was going to translate right away, and it didn't, and I had to kind of overcome that. And so I think I'd tell myself, like, you probably weren't as ready as you thought you were at first, but I don't know. I think I handled it pretty well and come a long way.
What's one thing you right now would say to 15-year-old you at first training camp in Prince George?
I would say, I don't know.
It's a tough question.
Yeah, it is. Because I kind of knew going into it what the fitness testing was going to be like. I knew guys going into it, so I kind of knew what to expect. I would just say, maybe I would have told myself to lower my expectations to start. Is probably what I would say. Kind of, being a young guy in this league is tough, and lots of guys get stuff given to them right away, but most guys have to work for it. And I think I would have told myself to be more patient and easy on myself too. Because when things didn't go quite my way to start out, I got hard on myself and wondered why I wasn't making it work. But I think I would tell myself to be more patient. And yeah.
What's maybe changed the most in your game from 15 to 20?
Confidence. Yeah, definitely.
Good answer. Right?
Yeah, that's really good.
Nice and simple. Who's the toughest player you've played against in your career? Maybe not physically toughest, but maybe the toughest you had to check or to try to score on? Or both?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up playing spring hockey with Connor Bedard, so I would say him as the hardest player to play against, just because, or best player to play against, whatever you want to call it. I'll go with someone else. I think, my 16-year-old year, there was 2 defensemen in Everett that made me look silly a couple times. I only played against Seeley a couple times, but Zellweger, I had a lot of games against him, especially once he got traded to Kamloops when I was in PG, and the way that guy moves out there is pretty tough. So he was definitely the hardest to defend, and the toughest guy I've ever played against was Tyrell Bauer. I just remember being 16 and getting trucked in front of the net. I just went and stopped at the net at a whistle and get absolutely trucked and look up, and it's Tyrell Bauer staring down at me. So, I would go with him.
Who is maybe someone fun to play against, or you look to battle against? You looked forward to battling against them?
You circled the date on the calendar. It's like, hey, I'm looking forward to that game.
Players or team?
Teams, players.
Yeah. I mean, both. I've been traded twice, and both times I got to go back and play my old team was fun. The PG one took way too long. I missed all 4 of our games my first year when I was injured, so I had to wait a long time for that one. But going back into Everett this year, it was a tough game, but I was really, really excited. I was actually playing through an injury I probably shouldn't have played through, but there's no way I was missing that one. So I'd go with those 2 teams, and then obviously having a cousin in the league, I'd go with him, maybe having a little competition with him. Excited to go up, and I don't know, a little bit of bragging rights is nice. So.
Mm-hmm. That's Ethan Semenek for people who don't know. So, what have you learned about yourself throughout these last maybe 5 years?
I have learned how to overcome things.
A few injuries, right?
A few injuries.
A couple trades,
kind of career starting out not the way I talked about how I expected. And I think I've come a long way and overcame a lot, and I'm really proud of where I'm at right now.
So has the WHL experience lived up to what you thought it would?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun next year in college, but I'm definitely gonna miss it. Yeah.
So speaking of college, you're going to Lindenwood. Kind of what was that process like, and why was it Lindenwood that you chose?
Yeah, it was a long process, talking to lots of different teams and figuring out what offer is best for you. Lindenwood, they offer a lot. They offer a lot of great things there, and I think the team is going to be great moving forward. They're kind of a newer program, but they had a good year and beat some teams like Denver. And yes, they're building, and they expressed a lot of interest in me and a lot of opportunities. So I'm excited to go in there and get to work and continue to chase down professional hockey and hopefully get there one day.
What was it like for you to be able to pick, right? Like, you know, you get drafted in the WHL and you don't really have a choice and stuff, but what was it like to just have an open book and be like, all right?
It's definitely different, I think. In a lot of ways, it's nice because you get to, it is tough too because you got to figure out which teams are being 100% truthful with you. So you're making...
That's what Ephraim mentioned. He's like, everybody saying stuff that you want to hear, you got to kind of filter through that and see who's actually legit, right?
So another reason why Lindenwood rose up my list and I ultimately chose them is one of my best buddies from back home is playing there right now. Okay. So I could kind of compare what they were saying to what he was saying, and I was really happy with what I heard from him and them. So
nice.
Yeah.
So what are you going to major in, or what are you interested in taking?
I'm going to definitely go into the business side of things. I'm not sure what direction I'll go with it from there, but test a couple things out, see what I like the best.
Yeah. So what was your favorite road barn or city to play in?
Playing away in Everett, I always loved it, and I was in PG, and getting traded there playing in Everett at home is awesome as well, but there's something about going in Everett and the cowbells and how loud it is. I've always liked playing there. It might be not the answer you're looking for because I played for them as well, but as an away team, it's always been my favorite.
Yeah, it's the American teams, it seems like, right?
Sure.
Like, and they always have huge crowds, right?
Seattle in the playoffs was unbelievable.
Yeah. Favorite teammate? Can you pick one or two? Who's fun to be around?
Favorite teammate. I spent a lot of time with Ephraim in the PG and here as well. We got really close in PG, and even as we weren't playing on the same team, we do fishing trips in the summer, and he's one of my best friends. So I'd say him. Same thing with Cohen Zemer. He getting to PG, he was my first guy I got really close with there. So we still talk all the time. And another guy I'd say is one of my best friends. And I'll pick a Pat, a guy I played with just on the Pats. Was my first fight in the WHL was against him. But John Babcock's probably one of the best human beings I've ever met. So I'd have to go with him as well.
You have a favorite memory or two?
Favorite memory, obviously getting drafted was really fun. I think it's a pretty simple answer, but my 17-year-old year, we beat Tri-Cities in Game 6 at home in overtime, and to go to the next round, and it was pretty fun. I mean, that was something that you crave looking back on it now. So, yeah, that would probably be my favorite memory.
Do you remember your first goal?
I do, yeah, in Victoria. Yeah.
Yeah, we looked it up. We found the highlight, so we'll insert the clip here. So
wasn't super pretty, but
no, goal's a goal, right?
Yeah.
Picked up by Bowie in the left corner, throws it to the middle, knifed away by Cunningham. The goaltender got his stick out on that pass. Centered, they score. Caden Brown, his first goal in the Western Hockey League.
Back to Ephraim, did he try to convince you to get flying at all?
He's trying to convince me to come with him. We'll wait on that, but I will eventually.
You never got the bug to get behind those sticks or whatever?
No, don't trust myself enough.
Favorite or best PG chirp you heard on the ice?
Oh, I don't know. There's not many PG ones.
Yeah, I know. Right? Ephraim had a pretty good one.
What did he say?
He said somebody was a drafted guy, and he said, "Oh, you're not going to be in the league anymore. I'll call you when I need a pool boy."
Oh, no, that's a good one now. I remembered. Best one I probably heard was a 16-year-old was, I can't remember, I can't remember who we were playing, but there was a signed draft pick on, I think he was 19 maybe. I can't remember what team, but we were playing them, and he told our 16-year-old to shut up. He would slap him with his wallet. So.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
That is.
Or actually, I've heard from the same, like the drafted guys, 2 years I'll be making 9 to 5, you'll be working 9 to 5. So I've heard that one as well.
Pretty good ones. So when you got traded to Regina, what was the biggest surprise about Regina as a city?
How similar it is to back home, like Prince George. It's kind of the same. Well, I shouldn't say that because it's going to come off the wrong way. The actual city is about the same, but the landscape is couldn't be more opposite. But the kind of like the layout of the city, and there's quite a few people, but it still kind of feels like a kind of smaller town vibe to me. So to me, it feels like Prince George back home, besides obviously the landscape.
What's maybe one thing you enjoyed about Regina?
I've enjoyed my teammates. I've made a lot of what I believe will be lifelong friends, and I've really enjoyed my time here and the opportunity they've given me, and they believed in me to come in as a 19-year-old who had a tough start to his year to kind of help them, and I knew I always bet on myself, but they bet on me, and I really appreciate that.
So one thing before we wrap it up here, what are your final thoughts for Pats fans out there?
I would say get ready for playoffs. It's going to be fun.
All right. Just like that. Great. Thank you very much for your time tonight, Caden.
Thank you.
Thanks, Caden.
All right. Yeah, that was Caden Brown. Another good interview with him off to NCAA.
Got a little insight into the process stuff, which was kind of nice to get the answers right directly from him.
Yeah. It's always nice to see how that stuff works, right? So,
yeah.
But yeah, this week coming up, just like we said, it's heavy week, 4 games. Maybe we'll go to this game on Sunday in Moose Jaw. I don't know. See how my schedule is. It's got a lot busier this past week, but still might try to make it out. Go see a game in Moose Jaw. But yeah. Could be playoff clinching week. Might not be. Might be. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But sure, it'd be nice to see some playoff hockey here soon, right?
Yeah. Oh man, it was only a couple years. Well, 3 years ago now that they're actually playoff hockey, but it feels like it's been forever.
I know. It was only 7 games. It's almost been a decade since they've really been in the playoffs, right? Like
pretty much, yeah. Well, the COVID cut off here, and then the COVID bubble year. So that
I mean, they weren't making the playoffs in the year that got shut down anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
wouldn't have had playoffs there. I don't know. It's tough to say what would have happened the next year if they, with a full season Bedard, who knows? Maybe they would have squeaked in the playoffs, but then not making the playoffs the next year after that, missing out by 1 point, right? Like
yes,
that was rough.
1 point, last game of the season, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
but anyways, we should get out of here. Rambling again, but thanks for tuning in, and see you at the rink this weekend.
Take her easy.